Welcome to Invoking Abundance, Gratitude as a Manifesting Technique. Before exploring this, let's take a minute to revisit and reconnect with all of the principles learned thus far on the journey of the Grateful Jar. Because this module is in this place for a reason, as have all of the principles outlined thus far. When you dared to initiate the habit, you made the commitment to put pen to paper and write out your gratitude. Writing is an amazing way of focusing your energy with laser precision. And the scientific studies of gratitude have concluded that writing it down yields far greater benefits than entering it into an electronic device or talking about gratitude with someone else. Writing down helps clear your mental clutter, and it's not interrupted with the temptation of the World Wide Web just a click away. In Module 2, we explored the concept of energy attachments, reconnecting with the ancient truth that we are all physical embodiments of one source energy. This is also known as the universal law of oneness. We ventured further into universal law with the brief explanation of the law of vibration, that every energy emits its own vibrational frequency, and that energy naturally draws and attracts other energies emitting similar frequencies. These are ancient Hermetic principles, and if you're ever interested in learning more about them, you will find a brief summary of 7 of the universal laws in the back of the Grateful Jar Project memoir. Now, Module 2 summarized that whatever we are paying attention to, we are amplifying with our focus. That in Module 3, we ventured into leaning in and stretching it out by including such details such as identifying specific people, or perhaps even including snippets of dialogue or compliments received throughout the day. Seeing these details like a trail of breadcrumbs leading you to connect with the deeper emotion of what it is that you're describing. The emotional component of this daily gratitude practice is key, reconnecting with the wonder, abundance, and positivity in the world helps you self-soothe, helps you to celebrate, helps you to shift your focus and reconnect with your own personal power, detaching from the pervasive fear that is so often used to influence us, sell us something, or immobilize us. You discovered and experienced the empowerment that comes from taking the time each day to choose and create your experience for 5 or 10 minutes, deliberately reconnecting with the abundance that's not just flowing to you, but abundance that is very naturally and easily flowing to you, through you, and all around you, helping you to raise your energetic vibration, emotional vibration, uplifting you, which in turn then easily attracts even more amazing experiences and opportunities into your reality. And it becomes this glorious cycle that easily flows for as long as you lovingly tend to it and nurture it. We explored practicing presence and how pulling your energy and your attention back into the very immediate moment reconnects you with so much beauty, harmony, synchronicity, and guidance that really does surround you at all times. You rediscovered the decadence of your physical senses and the joy of harnessing them to be included in your daily grateful notes. You learned specific behaviors and habits that pull us all out of presence and easily wear away at our inner peace. You were invited to practice as much presence with your daily gratitude as possible by focusing on the gratitude from each specific day rather than connecting with broad sweeping sentiments. You learned how to maintain your daily gratitude practice when shit gets tough, and how to look at the peripheral of your days for acts of kindness and compassion when experiencing those moments of rawness. You reconnected with the power of neutrality, particularly in moments of contrast or the unpreferred, thereby reconnecting again with moments of energetic attachments. What you focus on grows. And when you have a knee-jerk response of judgment, frustration, or anger, in that moment, you are amplifying that emotional experience and inviting even more of that into your energetic field. It was suggested that by continuing to devote yourself to practicing presence as much as possible throughout your days, those knee-jerk reflexes will become fewer and farther in between. Your experience with the grateful jar has evolved into a practice of reflection, celebration, and quiet sanctuary amongst the busyness of daily life. You have begun to really understand that the more you look for gratitude, the more you find things to be grateful for. And the easier and easier it becomes to connect with that gratitude, which of course, in turn, awakens the excitement of finding even more and more that you are grateful about. You have observed firsthand that the longer you spend connecting with your gratitude, the more you lean in and stretch it out, the more that gratitude intensifies. You begin to feel like a gong that has just been softly struck, and that resonating. And the ritual becomes a decadent experience of savoring and basking. Have you ever built a campfire? It needs that first spark, and in the very beginning, it needs protection. It needs fuel and attention. As it grows, it wants to be tended to, fed, sat with, gazed upon. Your gratitude practice is just like that fire. You've taken that single spark, you've tended to it, loved it, nurtured it, and have supported it to become a hearty, roaring blaze. And just like our ancestors' relationship with fire, your practice is providing you warmth, providing soulful sustenance, and inviting you back over and over to sit, to connect, to gaze, to appreciate and savor. Your practice is sure to keep you warm, not just when the sun has gone down, but when that inevitable storm blows upon your horizon. I love the campfire analogy so much because anyone that has camped and has ventured into the woods to relieve themselves or has stumbled back from the outhouse knows firsthand how obvious the glow of a campfire can be in the dark. It leads you back to camp and spares you wandering aimlessly, bumping into rocks or tripping over tree roots. And once again, by attuning into the miracles and abundance that are very much a part of your daily life, you too begin to glow. Your uplifted energy amplifies. You become a beacon, attracting so many more fabulous experiences and amazing people and opportunities. They begin to synchronistically line themselves up to make their way into your experience. In this essence, your gratitude practice has become, in its own right, a very natural manifestation technique, simply by virtue of raising your energy into appreciation and savoring and amplifying your vibration as you love your life. By now, I'm hoping that you've had the sensation of feeling absolutely lit up when you're pouring gratitude onto the page, as though you've got amped up energy flowing through your physical vessel, flooding your emotional and mental energetic planes. For that is precisely what you are, a physical body, an emotional energetic field, and a mental energetic field. Tending to each of these planes is something that we usually have not been taught. But when these planes are tended to and cared for, loved and nourished, we evolve into self-mastery. We connect with the potency of our ability and our birthright to co-create and manifest. There has been a lot of increased buzz in the last decade about law of attraction and manifestation, with releases of such mainstream productions as The Secret. When we set out to manifest, the greatest thing in our vibration is usually the absence of what we're looking to attract, which is why incorporating invoking abundance into your daily gratitude practice as your starting point is immensely potent. Because you're not coming from a place of absence of anything or a perspective of longing. You are gently slipping it in when your physical, mental, and emotional fields are pulsating with appreciation. So the next time you find yourself aglow, radiating with the electric sensation of pure gratitude, when you've connected with the pure love and excitement of savoring your life, that is your opportunity to invoke and invite specific abundance that you would like to experience in the coming days or weeks. To do so effectively, it's important to have zero attachment to the end result or outcome. Do you remember when you were little and you'd make a playful wish as you threw a penny into a fountain? Invoking abundance while doing your gratefuls is your opportunity to play around with daydreaming and indulging your wildest imaginations. When I find myself experiencing this supercharged state of appreciation, I take the opportunity to clearly identify 1 or 2 experiences I want to desire. Finishing my gratefuls by writing, I now invoke abundance in the form of, and keeping it sweet and simple, light and matter of fact, just as though I was phoning in an order for a pizza. In fact, placing an order for takeout is the perfect analogy for this because there is no emotional attachment to the outcome. You're simply phoning up and stating your preference. Abundance comes in many forms. The Grateful Jar practice is appreciating natural abundance, and as such is an easy segue for then to place your order for the experience you'd like to experience in your future. I don't recommend invoking more than 2 because you still want to remain powerfully anchored in the spirit of appreciation and don't want to slip into longing. I now invoke abundance in the form of, it could be anything. It could be, I now invoke abundance in the form of heartfelt connection with my sister. It could be, I now invoke abundance in the form of playful adventures in the day ahead. Maybe I now invoke abundance in the form of joyously experiencing and receiving unexpected money coming my way. I now invoke abundance in the form of clarity regarding my calling. I now invoke abundance in the form of easy negotiations with my previous partner. Only invoke abundance when you are in that place where you feel like a gong that has just been struck, the reverberation. If it's a day where you've only been able to barely put together 2 gratefuls, simply honor the fact that you were able to connect with those and just let it go, offer it up to the jar. My daily gratitude ritual looks a little like this. I write down anywhere from 5 to 10 gratefuls. And when I reach that humming place, I make 2 invocations, and then I wrap it up with another gratitude before offering very broad thanks to Mother, Father, Creator, to my inner being, to my body, to my life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. Then I fold up the page, give it a kiss, and lovingly add it to my jar that by now is holding an enormous bounty reflecting all of the amazing things in my life. The next time you find yourself feeling like that struck gong, give it a playful try and slip in an invitation. I now invoke abundance in the form of, you never know. Thank you so very much for your time, your attention, and your energy. May your day or evening be one of ease, soulful nurturing, and offering it all up to the Grateful Jar. Thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, beats my grateful, grateful heart.